Hello, your host, Dr. Semiyu OlaGolden. Today, I want to introduce to you something that might really sound strange for some who are just new listeners, but for those who have listened to me before, they will know that it is not new, but it is something that is worth having. It's called health coaching. What is it? Why is it necessary? Who are the practitioners? When is it necessary? And where is it necessary? You see, all these questions are what I want to explain to you today, so that you can understand that health coaching is what every human being needs in order to be able to live that life he or she wants. So what is health coaching? My brothers and sisters, health coaching is defined as an art of helping an individual or groups of people to attain their health and lifestyle goals in a simple and effective manner. That is what health coaching is. It's a way of helping an individual or group of people to attain their own health and lifestyle goals. It is not somebody else's goal, your own health and lifestyle goal, and it will be in a simple and effective manner. And it is said to be a method of uprooting the deep-seated causes of an individual's illness, because most of the illnesses that we treat, we don't actually have the deep-seated knowledge of it. We have only the knowledge of what we can see, what we can feel and touch. But there's more to most of these illnesses that makes it so difficult for us to actually uproot. So that is what health coaching is all about. Who are these health coaches? They are those individuals trained to help their clients to achieve set goal and objective in health and lifestyles. These people are trained specially for these particular objectives. And the training, the first school that trains health coaches in the world is Institute of Integrated Nutrition in New York. And they have trained thousands of health coaches all over the world. But in Africa, we have very, very few health coaches. In Nigeria, to be specific, we have less than 10 health coaches. But believe me, with us finding out how useful it is, health coaches will be on everybody's lips and mind, and there will be more practitioners of it. And that is the reason why I'm bringing it out to you today. In developed countries like America, UK, Germany, France, Canada, etc., they have a lot of these people having been trained, working on their own, working in clinics and hospitals, working in conjunction with doctors, with nurses, with all other healthcare providers. Because a doctor, for instance, does not have all time to dig so deep into the root cause of the ailment. But the health coach has all the training, all the time, and all the listening ear to be able to dig deeper. So they are so useful in every situation that had to bring anybody to the hospital. And that is the reason why health coaching, as we are going to keep introducing it, we're going to be introducing it to the hospitals, to nursing homes, everywhere, so that our people can get to the root of what is going on with them. The next question is, why is it necessary? I've just told you part of why it is necessary. The doctors, the nurses, and other healthcare givers don't have enough time to be able to dig so deep. They only have to have enough time to deal with numerous patients who are daily are selling their faces, their offices, their phones, etc. But with health coaching, you're going to have what you call a confidential type of attention. And it's going to be one-on-one or one-to groups, especially with people who have similar ailments. So, this is the reason why it is necessary. The question, when is it necessary? It is necessary when you have found yourself continually using the same drugs or different type of drugs and your situation persists. Or your situation is just going and coming back. It means the root has not been removed. And the only group of people who have been trained to do that are the health coaches. So when is it necessary is the next question. It is necessary when you find yourself in a situation where you think you can't be helped again. You can't help yourself and nobody is available to help you. That is when the health coaches come in. And that is when they can help you to get to the root cause of your problems. Because a lot of the problems we are assailed to deal with, they are things that have been deeply seated maybe since we were in our childhood, or maybe when we were just in our adolescence. It could even be something that is assailing you right now as you are, whatever age you are in. So that is when it is necessary and where it is necessary. So what do you do in order to be able to at least have a taste of health coaching? Believe me, the first port of call is this program. I, Dr. Semiyu OlaGolden, am a graduate of Institute of Integrative Nutrition, and I have been trained in several aspects of the health coaching. And that is the reason why I'm going to be opening it up to you on this program. This method of healthcare delivery is new, but it has been in practice with proven result of effective and efficient outcome in health and lifestyle for more than 20 years. In fact, the IIN in New York has trained so many people. Unfortunately for us, most of them are based in the developed world. A few of us who decide to go in to get this training, we are still trying to cope with what we have on the ground here. And that's the reason why we are very few and far in between. Most people have health challenges that they think or feel that it is lifelong. But believe me, my friend, there are no health challenges that should be lifelong. If only you are able to find how to get to the root of it. With the present medicament that we use in our arsenals, and with the present medical practitioners that we know, that there are only very few chronic conditions that can be cured. Yes, most of the drugs that we use them to palliate or to give you a sense of well-being while you're still living your life. But my friend, as I keep saying, it is not enough. Not getting to the root of what is going on with you has not solved the problem the way it should. However, with health coaching, we have better alternative that is devoid of drug dependency. Because in health coaching, you hardly use drugs. Even if you are on drugs, we gradually wean you off your drug, especially when we find out where the problem is emanating from. So there are different types of advantages that health coaching could give each and every person who seek to have it. One of the greatest ones is that it's an alternative to perpetual swallowing and using of medicine to solve myriads of challenges. A great and useful challenge. A great and useful alternative. Because every time somebody has ever find himself using drugs day and night, and he still feels the same way, mostly they give up or seek for other avenue that will not make it better. Now you have a better alternative. It also affords the individual the benefit of confidentiality in a conducive environment that can allow for being oneself. When you're meeting a head coach, it is a one-on-one issue. It is an issue that you have the freedom of being yourself, of being able to tell your story, and for him to be able to listen and decipher where the root of your problem is coming from. The third thing is the true connection between the client and his or her head coach makes for easier interaction and deep soul searching. It brings to the fore the deep-seated, sometimes uncomfortable revelations that can be far-reaching. Some things you will not be able to tell your doctors. For your head coaches, you can tell them, because whatever you tell them is confidential. It is not going to go into your file, because that is not what they need. What they need is that thing that makes that occurrence in your life to be able to get away. They don't need anything other than that, and that's the only thing that will go into your file. So there is nothing like another person reading your history or the story you told. No. So that confidentiality, that trust between the head coach and you is so solid, and it makes you feel very, very uninhibited. So you are able to put it out, let it go, and let somebody who is not there to judge you listen to you and be able to give you an open suggestion. Trust and mutually benefiting confidentiality is also built in order to uproot the real hidden cause of the chronic illness. There are some people who have been battling their diabetes, their hypertension, their chronic arthritis for ages. But the only thing that they need is a health coach who will listen and be able to decipher where the problem is coming from. It is drugless, as I've said, and it is verifiable scientifically. Any of you want to know about it, go into Google and Google Institute of Integrative Nutrition, and you will find out about head coaches and what they are doing to change the world. My people, I can't tell all the advantages of head coaching, but it's only when you find people who have been lucky to come across them and are able to find themselves living better and more fulfilling life that you understand what are the benefits of this new and alternative way of solving your health problem and your lifestyle problem. My people, I will continue to tell you few of the things that you get again out of health coaching. Of course, we have told you that it is mostly drugless and it is individualistic. What is this individualistic thing? You know, if somebody has got malaria now, virtually everybody knows that, oh, malaria tablet, Fancida, chloroquine, and the rest of them, ACT nowadays. But in health coaching, there is nothing like one works for all. Each individual has his own bio-individualistic problem. No two problems can be the same in two different people. You'll find that when you meet a head coach. And it is only then you'll find out what are the real benefits of having a one-on-one with your head coach. Another thing is that the goals that is being set for you to achieve is by yourself. Your head coach will not set any goals for you. He will only ask you what your health goals and your lifestyle goals are. And when you now tell him, he's now going to now make it into a sort of pathway that both of you will be co-pilot in achieving them. These are the things that are the benefits that you derive therefrom. And that is where you also find the concept of primary food. You see, the concept of primary food, as I've discussed some time ago on this program, it is not what everybody has gotten used to. Not even many people have heard of it. Primary food is not the food that we put in our mouth. It's not the food that we eat. But primary food is the food that we use in order for our secondary food, which we put in our mouth, to function. Most of us will start asking, what are primary food? Primary food is not about the food we eat. It is what we use in order for the food we eat to function. I give you one of them. Our relationships. Our relationship with our spouse, with our friends, with our families. They are so germane to our secondary food's function. If you are having a bad time with your wife or with your husband, my friends, my sisters and my brothers, how palatable will be that your palatable dish that you just place on the table, while remembering that quarrel, while remembering that insult, while remembering that depressive state that you're in. It is taking care of that primary food in your relationship that will allow your secondary food that you want to eat to function. Otherwise, you will only be eating the secondary food. Nobody will see the effect in your body. So, my people, this is where we are likely going to stop today. Next week, God willing, I'm going to still give you more insight into what health coaching is all about and how you can benefit from it. As I usually say, thanks and good appreciation to Window Story and to the people who listen and make contribution to this program. Until I come your way again, it has been me, Dr. OlaGolden Semiyu, saying, may God Almighty give us good health and good life. Bye, and see you then.